vegan update for you with a bit of a cheeky additional Japanese spice today. Let me take you around this thing. This car came into me for detail, which is what I do a little bit of as well, or more than a little bit of, in my, I was going to say spare time, I don't seem to have a lot of spare time. This thing is just brilliant. A 40-year-old Toyota Camry. Let me take you around it. It's unreal. So, GLI spec, Toyota Camry on a B plate. You will not believe the specification of this car. Okay, so this it will put so many new cars to shame, it's untrue. So first of all, we notice the illuminated key ignition. We have, to the not very trained eye, you'll notice that, oh my word, a lovely digital dashboard, and it's also a responsive digital dashboard as well. It has quirky little touches like this, so the scale change, so there's not a lot of fuel in it at the moment. Press that button and it gives you a more accurate reading of when it's in the low register. We have electric mirrors all round. We have central locking. We have electric windows all round as well. We have auto button on the driver's side, which is uber cool. We have things like the dimmable illumination for the dash, which again is a lovely little touch. We have height adjustable steering column. We have oodles and oodles and oodles of storage space for your good old cassettes. We have a 5-speed gearbox. We have a steel electric tilt and slide sunroof. We have remote openings for the fuel and the tailgate. The seat is adjustable in a myriad of ways. So this twirly knobby at the front, you might just be able to make that out, is lowering the base at the seam, whilst this one here drops the front edge, the kind of under thigh edge of the seat forwards. Obviously lovely velour interior. You have headrests in the back. You have a centre armrest as well. It just goes on and on and on. Honestly, intermittent wipers. I mean, come on, a 40-year-old car. It's absolutely bonkers. I love it. I'll just quickly run you around the outside. This had, well, it came in for a few bits and pieces. It had a really nasty scratch, really nasty scratch down the rear quarter there, which I'll show you a quick video of when it came in. Really horrible. Just typical kind of old car really. The bumpers were tired, a bit of orange peeling from various bits of paint that the old girl has had over the years, but it's come up absolutely beautifully. Look at the sheen on that. So I use rupees, my kind of go-to system there, DA coloured system, and rupees DA as well. So the blue, yellow, and the rupees Uno Advanced, which gives it a nice kind of fine polish and also a bit of protectant. And then I coat the car with double D bead maker, which is absolutely brilliant. It gives it a lovely gloss, a slightly wet look. But yeah, it's come up an absolute treat. I just had to show you this because I said in my previous video that James Cribb is a bit of a Japanese geek. He loves stuff like this, and surprise, this used to belong to him, and it now belongs to a good pal of his who just absolutely loves it. In fact, rumour has it that he was sold it on the digital dash alone, and you know what, I'm not surprised. I mean, come on, 40 years old. Absolutely delightful. Oh, I love it. Would I own it myself? Not personally, but I can say hand on heart that it is the first Japanese car, having even driven 800 horsepower Supras, it's the first Japanese car that I've thought, do you know what, I absolutely get it. I totally get why there is such a strong Japanese following. Utterly delightful. I thought I'd stand here to do this video because it's very lovely, it's very comfortable, and it's warm and it's dry. Bonus. I feel a little bit bad by saying, would I own this car? No, and that's only because I can't afford to. If I had a endless pit of money, then I would probably have a dream garage. Maybe one of these would sneak in alongside a Lotus Carlton, Peugeot 405 MI16, fully restored 99 turbo, maybe 900 Carlson would be in there as well. I'd have an Integrale, probably the earlier 8 valve, not the 16 valve or the Evo. Had an Evo, amazing cars, but I fancy a little bit rawer, a little bit more, yeah, just slightly older school. Oh my gosh, the list is endless. But anyway, this might sneak it into a dream garage somewhere. So back to the Vigan. Okie dokie. Now the Vigan is currently sat at the MOT place, and fingers crossed, please, it's going to be MOT today. The budget was doing brilliantly. We were up to £1,700 purchase. The blades, the struts for the boot and the bonnet before it killed somebody. And those bits and pieces came to £222. The welding, £555. Transportation, £90. ABS ring, a whopping £22. Clutch master cylinder came in at £140, but I've since found a cheaper one. Still branded, but that one can go back, so I've saved £70 there. That brings us to, or did, should I say, bring us to £2,659, which is pretty good value. However, as I was refitting the interior, the last video, putting the carpets and light back in, came around to the passenger footwell, and I was thinking, I was dynamating it all, and I was thinking the foam just feels a little bit damp here, and I just want to make sure it's all out. I don't want any damp in the car at all. So I continue to cut back along behind the pedals, and I was thinking, this should be getting drier. If the water's been soaking up through the hole in the floor pan, up the sponge, this should be getting drier at this point, and it wasn't getting drier. Guess what? Typical Vigan. This happened right here. Oh my word. Typical Bulkhead rot. So out it all came again, and it needed welding once again. Thankfully, the passenger side is absolutely solid. So yeah, that was a real bummer. That, plus a few bits and pieces, a bit of faffing around, transportation, all the usual, that added a whopping £1,055 to the bill, which I could have really done without, which brings me to a grand total of £3,714. So yeah, I have, is my maths correct there? Anyway, whatever it is, I have £286 left. I have a whole £286 left out of my £4,000 budget, but it is a nice car, and it is going to be MOT, so technically I have actually done it. The big thing with that, of course, is that I know it needs some clutch work. Slave, I mean, you're going to do the slave if you're going to do the clutch, of course. The master needs doing, so, you know, replace a few bushes here and there as well. Once it's all off, you're looking £1,000 there, including the unit itself. So I'm going to be looking more like £5,000 in total. But that is fully MOT. It looks beautiful. It's fully solid. It'll have a brand spanking new clutch in it, new cylinders. It's been detailed, and the paintwork is amazing on it. Oh, and by genuine accident, and this is a genuine accident, James happened to, or his colleague that he works with, happened to slip the 3-inch Warsab downpipe onto it as well, because it happened to be lying around and he had a few moments spare, so he put that on. So I kind of feel a little bit happier that I've got something out of it, and James said it sounds absolutely lovely and said it flies. He took it to go and get some fuel, and he said it absolutely thumps down the road, and drives as well as I knew it does. So yeah, that's where we're at. Have I kept it in budget? Yes, on a technicality, it is in budget. Where do I go from here? Who knows? I may sell it as a running, freshly MOT'd car, fully solid of course, which is a big deal on these things. I might sell it as an ongoing project for somebody who wants to do the clutch, or I might put the £1,000 into it and get that one done myself. I'm not sure yet, but next video is going to be me, please, 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 praying, is me driving it away from the MOT place. Done. Within budget. Let's see, hey. Yeah. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll let you know what happens next. All the best, people. Take care. Bye-bye.